Hi everybody, I'm your fave nurse B. Why did I just do that head flip? Like, really? Did I really have to do that hair flip? I think I did. So today I want to talk about shift to shift reports. So I already did a video, like it was a little impromptu live that I did for you all. If you have specific questions about like report, make sure you put it in the comment section. But basically the things that I would do, like as far as like refusing report. Okay, so there's a few things. First off, if you feel like the patient to nurse ratio is too much for you, refuse report. Just refuse it. Okay, it's no issue, but make sure that you refuse it before you, like in my facility, they give you keys, you know, these are the keys to the med room, the keys to the cart, all that good stuff. Don't take anything. I ain't taking nothing. That's hands up. Like, I'm not taking anything. So sometimes at nursing homes, I've had 50 patients, 60 patients. I've heard some nurses had 100 patients. Yes, 100 patients. I've heard people have more than that, but yeah, that's anyways. So make sure that you feel comfortable with the nurse to patient ratio. Otherwise, you can say, you know, I'm not gonna, you can go to the supervisor. You can tell that nurse, one moment, please. I'm gonna call the supervisor. I refuse to take these keys. I refuse to take this assignment. It's up to you. At the end of the day, it's your license. You worked for it, you paid for it, it's yours. When anything happens, if you forgot to give a med, if you made a med error, if you had an issue with a patient, if a patient died and you didn't do this, and the third, if anything happens that goes bad, which it more than likely something will happen, hopefully not, but if you have an overload of patients, something more than likely will happen. So if something were to happen, and when it does, you are going to be the one that gets, the bus is going to be here, you're going to be thrown underneath it, okay? Easily, because the facility is way bigger than you. They have a whole lot more going on than you. They don't care about that one license compared to this huge facility bringing in all this money. They will not have your back. I don't care how long you've been at that facility, how much you feel like you are that nurse. Even if you are your favorite nurse B, you are going to get thrown underneath the bus. It's just going to happen, y'all. I'm telling you. So if you do not feel comfortable with that assignment, do not take it. Okay, that's that. That's that. You will not be labeled a certain way. People will know. More than likely, people will just know, okay, I can't mess with her. I can't give her this, or she's not gonna work by herself. Da 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 da. Okay, so make sure you talk to your supervisor and let them know I'm not taking this. If it's a night shift, you can say we need to call somebody because I'm not taking this assignment. Whatever the case may be, you know, like put your foot down and just that it is what it is. You know, you have to protect yourself, and also you have to protect your patients. Like sometimes some situations, you know that you are not going to be able to perform the best that you can, so don't take that assignment. Okay, so that's that. Second thing is if you're not given, like, I'm gonna tell y'all a scenario when a nurse, she walked out, she didn't take the keys. Let's just get into it. So I had this nurse, hey Joyce, Nurse Joyce. She was an excellent nurse. I mean, such a great nurse. Okay, so she was working on this division. She said that it was just, well, I saw it. She was basically the only nurse over there for like ever. Like they were doing it for days and days and days. We had a lot going on. We had and she was the regular nurse. So some nurses would come one day and not be there. Like they would work like maybe only a few days out the week. So she was the only regular nurse. And you all, when you are the regular nurse 5 days a week on a floor or a division or whatever, you are going to be the go-to nurse. Everybody is going to come to you with all their problems, issues, questions, concerns, worries. All of that is going to come to you. Even if it's a whole nother nurse sitting over there, they're going to still come to you and be like, hey, I need this and this and that. And you're like, that's your nurse. That's your nurse, not me. But some nurses will still be like, okay, what do you need? But people are going to come to you. They are going to come to you no matter what. And you take on so much of the issues of that floor when you're a regular nurse. And that's what happened to her. I know the scenario, we had like, I think like 2 patients on IV fluids, 1 patient that was probably dying, you know. It was a lot going on, and this was going on day after day after day. And the nurses that she was giving, she was like, you can take her, she can go somewhere else. Her not working is making it worse for me, because everybody is coming to me, all her, like, I can't take it. She was just like up to here. She was so frustrated, to the point they had her working again by herself, the only nurse. And she just said, you know what, I'm done, I'm not working. She turned in her keys, and she was going, she took the keys to the supervisor, handed it to her, and walked out. That was her not taking report. You don't want it to come to that point, but sometimes it has to. Yeah, that's the one thing with some facilities. I'm like, y'all don't see things happening. Some nurses are willing to do the work, willing to take the time, and it's like they kind of burn these nurses out to the point where you get to the point where you have to walk out. That's just how it is. So that's one way that you can refuse report, and that's one reason why you might want to refuse report, if it's just too much for you. If you get to that point where it's just not enough, like it's just too much. Meds. So when you're like counting narcotics, if there's like meds missing, nobody knows anything, there's like a whole card of like 60 meds missing, yeah, you might want to refuse report, because that's gonna fall on you. That's the feds, y'all. That's, you don't want to play with narcotics, because that goes over everybody's head, and that's the federal government. So you don't want to deal with that issue. You count medications. It's so important to count medications with the nurse. Another reason why you refuse report is if you feel like the other nurse didn't do what they had to do. So say for instance, say somebody fell, and the nurse is like, oh, here's the fall packet, or here's whatever, you know, they fell, but I wasn't able to do anything, I'm about to leave. No, you're not gonna leave until you do it, all the assessments and everything for this fall. Like, I'm not gonna do it, and I don't know who's gonna do it after that, and you talking about you going, you're done with it. Like, no, I'm not gonna do this. Like, I'm not taking this. You need to finish this. Or if there's something, a change in condition with a patient like that's severe, and the other nurse is just like, well, I didn't call the doctor yet, I didn't get the vitals yet. I'm telling you, it's some crazy nurses out there that are not willing to do their job. It is a lot of nurses out there like that. But that's when you refuse it, when you feel like the patient care is not up to par and you have to do too much, like that nurse did not do enough. That's when you would not take, you know, report. You would refuse an assignment. But most of the thing is usually like you having too many patients. That's the biggest thing. But anytime you feel uncomfortable, you can refuse it. It's your license, it's your time, it's your patients, it's your reputation, you know. So don't be afraid to do that. If you're a new nurse, I would definitely say put any questions that you have in the comment section. I'm here for you. I'm your fave nurse B. I have you covered as much as I can, you all. I'm doing my very, very best. Make sure that you join the Your Fave Nurse B Facebook group, and just let me know if you have any other questions. So